good morning, good day, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're listening to this. And welcome to the show. Now, the question is, how can we add, share, create, hold, have, and enjoy more positivity in life? That's what I'm going to cover on today's podcast. I'm your host, my name is Flemming Schmidt, and welcome to the Positive Outcome Show. Now, just to give a little apology, I kind of jumped the gun yesterday, apparently. I thought we were doing episode 50 today, but turns out I was wrong, and we are on at 49. But tomorrow is the 50th episode. So my apologies for that. I kind of mixed up something. So anyhow, just to share a little bit about me so that you know where I'm coming from. And after that, I will share what I'm going to talk about today. Me, I'm Flemming Schmidt. As I mentioned, I'm a proud dad and I'm a coach. And my journey has been a life-changing event. Let's say it like that. I went through a divorce almost 10 years ago, and that kind of knocked me off my feet, and I hit rock bottom. And I had the hardest time getting back up on my feet again. And if you ever had that emotion of being knocked over and having a hard time getting back on track again, I hear you. I've been there. And what I'm sharing here on this podcast are my own personal experience and how personal development, or to look in, really helped me getting through this. And in the end of it, I became a better version of myself. So what's not to like about that, right? So anyhow, that's me. And what I wanted to share about is this topic of New Year's revolutions. No, not, well, some might see it as a revolution, but what I mentioned to say was resolutions. A lot of people set the intentions to set new goals for 2021. Although it's a good thing and it's great to have goals, I tend to kind of put my focus elsewhere. Put the attention to having a kind of a day of reflection throughout the year that has gone, the 2020s. What can you learn from the past year that you could take with you to 21 and will make 21 even better for you? Because I believe that nothing is perfect. We can always improve. Just to make that sure, we can always improve anything. So nothing is perfect. We can learn from the past. We can notice where to put our attention, work from there, and make improvements today that will have an impact tomorrow. You know, it's like this. When you look at your day from yesterday, what events happened yesterday that you could take away and learn from? And how can you use that knowledge today to make a difference tomorrow? It's very basic, 3-day thing, right? But it works out. If you look through the past year, what events happened past year that had an impact on you? And how can you use that knowledge to have an impact for yourself for the coming year? I believe it's a much... For me, it works better that way rather than to make some goals that I don't know how to achieve. I put my intentions to where it's needed. I believe so. I think so. I do. I hope I do. That's kind of how my mindset works anyhow. So I notice where in my life I need to put or give more attention towards, and because I know what I'm good at, and I'm also focusing on the things that I'm not so good at. And if I want to level up, I need to spend some time and give some attention to the areas where I'm not that good. And what areas could that be? Well, it's different from person to person, but the things that I like to kind of put focus on is health, it's work, it's skill development, it's relationships, and that's with everyone. It's not a romantic or intimate relation in that order. But your kids, your husband, your wife, your family, your siblings, your friends. What kind of relationships do you have, and do you actually nurture them, maintain them? What about contribution? Am I contributing to something in the world or to someone? And love, we gotta have our attention to love as well. If we don't have that, it's not good. And lastly, it's gratitude, to appreciating what you have, rather than always desiring and wanting the things that you don't have, because you end up, I believe, in some negative spiral going thing if you always strive for the things that you never had. It will become a struggle. It's fine to have new goals, and it's great to have new goals, but to also please remember to appreciate what you have while you have it, because we never know how long we actually can enjoy it. Whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a person that we met, or the nature. Most people, they set New Year's resolutions, and I don't know if you know this, but I heard somewhere or I read somewhere, I can't remember, but I think it was around 80% of all people who set New Year's resolution. Oh no, sorry. Of all the people who set New Year's resolutions, 80% fail to follow through. 80% fail to follow through their own dreams, their own desires. And it's shocking. The intention is there, sure. And the desire is there as well. They want change. They want something different. Most forget to adjust their habits. Most forget to adjust or attack or tackle or challenge their beliefs. Limited beliefs are the things that they are just going to keep you where you are. I might have said this before, and if you want something you never had, you gotta do something you never done. Otherwise, you end up in the same place. If you want something you never had, you gotta start doing something you've never done. But rather than set New Year's resolution for the year to come and follow like the rest of the 80% and don't follow through, instead of focusing on the things that you don't have, start on looking back at the things that you enjoyed, that you experienced last year. What worked? What didn't work? And where do you think you need to put more or give more attention toward? What areas in your life do you need to pay more attention to in order to make that, needle-moving activity, that one thing that is really going to make a difference in your life? And remember, we can only focus on one thing at a time. Don't ever think that multitasking is a thing. All it ever does is advertising for chaos in your life. All it ever does is advertising for chaos in your life. You gotta focus at one thing at a time. I mean, you can't cook a meal and drive a car and play a video game at the same time. Some might claim that they could do it, but I mean, your focus is not in the same place at the same time. Very poorly example. Okay, let me do this then. Infant on one arm, let's say the right arm, your phone is between your head and your shoulder on the left side, and your left arm is stirring in the pot. All right? That's kind of people and seeing how they multitask. Sure, but let me ask you this. Where is your focus? Is it on the child, on the conversation in the phone, or the dinner cooking? Where is your focus? So multitasking, it's not a thing. Only a advertisement of chaos. So focus on one thing. That's the key element here. Focus on one thing at a time. Look back at the year. See where you need to put or give more attention toward. What areas do you need to really give some more attention toward? And that one thing should be the thing that makes a huge difference in your life. It might not be the most obvious thing, but it counts. And please don't think about this. I mean, Sure, think, yes, but please don't use your mind to think about what goal you can achieve, because we tend to automatically jump the gun and think with our wallets or our bank accounts. And that is not a goal that is going to give you fulfillment anyhow. Notice how it makes you feel, right? Look back at the past, find the areas that need more attention, and notice how it feels when you give that thought more attention. Because whatever you do, it should come from within, it should come from your heart, and go from there. Your heart usually is right, and your mind kind of steps in the way and tells you, nope, are you sure you want to do this? I don't know if your mind sounds like that, but let's go with that. More often than not, we are getting in our own way, or our mind is getting in our own way for our own progress. And that is something that we also have to be aware of. And that it's one of those, aha moments for me. When I've heard that the first time, I was asked, are you sure you're not getting in your own way? And I was thinking, what do you mean? And he explained that theory or framework to me, and I was kind of baffled, because I was getting in my own way. I was doubting myself and questioning myself in any kind of way that kind of put a brake on my progress towards a better version of myself. All right. So my question for you today is, would it be an idea to start to kind of look back at 2020, all of it, and to start to pinpoint what worked, what felt good, what didn't work, and where do I need to give more attentions towards to make an impact in 2021? What intentions do you need to set? What motivates you? And how do you want to get there? Not how, but what do you need to do to get there? I hope this was something that served you on your pursuit towards happiness. This part of reflecting upon a week, a month, a year, it's something that really has opened up my eyes towards giving myself awareness to where I should give more attentions towards what areas, what skills, and also what worked for me and what didn't work for me, and gratitude. Remember to be grateful for what you have. You never know when it's gone. All right? Okay. Take care, and can't wait to share the 50th episode with you tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it, and tomorrow, it's a big one. Tomorrow, it's the last day of 2020, and the day after, it's 2021. Can't wait. I'm very excited about this. All right. Take care, and hopefully check in again tomorrow. And again, thank you for listening to these podcasts. I really appreciate you guys. And I can't say it enough. I really enjoy your support, and I really love it. And thank you for. Okay, take care. Bye.